With huge negative ratings for the Republican and likely Democratic Party nominees, some polls show a third-party candidate could have a real impact on the election. MSNBC's Tony Dokoupil is at the Libertarian Party Convention, which is getting underway today in Orlando. So, Tony, I'm hearing that this could actually be the first time since Ross Perot that a third-party candidate could have a real impact on the election. And I know that you just spoke to the party's chair. Tell us what that conversation was. What are the takeaways?
Good morning, Kristen. With both the Republican and Democratic parties showing real signs of a crack-up, this could be a no-joking, no-fooling, big record year for the Libertarian Party. And in fact, in many ways, it already is. In the latest Wall Street Journal NBC poll, 47% of registered voters said that they would consider a third-party candidate. And the leading candidate, the Libertarian frontrunner, is polling at 10% in national polls. And here at the Libertarian Convention, where they're going to pick their nominee this weekend, record interest, a 30% increase in in membership. Fundraising has gone up. Google searches, yet another indicator of interest. Those are through the roof. And here's what could be a really, really big game changer. The Koch brothers, those famously deep-pocketed, generally Republican, but also libertarian-leaning donors who we thought were going to sit out during this election cycle. Well, I just spoke to the chair of the Libertarian Party and pressed him on whether the Koch brothers could come to the table for a third-party candidate. Here's what he had to say.
I have not talked to them directly, but I think that they're smart businessmen who have seen what the return on investment is for a political investment in the old parties, and it's not that good. With the Libertarian Party, you have the opportunity to really change American politics for a lot less money. So as businessmen, investing in the Libertarian ticket should make sense to them.
Are you pitching them with that message?
That is the message that I'm saying publicly. I hope they hear it.
But back-channel conversations are going on.
Maybe.
You said yes earlier. You can't say maybe now.
I'll say yes now.
So from maybe to yes, and Kristen, that is a very big deal. $900 million, that's what the Koch brothers spent in 2012 for Republican causes. If any portion of that money moves to the Libertarian side, we could see a candidate like Gary Johnson, former GOP governor of New Mexico, go from 10% of the polls past 15%, be in the big debates this fall, and really make a Ross Perot-like difference in this election in November. Back to you.
Just a fascinating conversation, Tony, and I want to ask you about Gary Johnson. Are the folks there excited about him? And I know one of his key goals is just getting into the debate, getting 15% support so that he can be on that big debate stage. Do you think that the people there are going to energize their base and get that for him?
I think there's a very good chance this year is the year that it would happen. Last night I was at the reception, and I met numerous Republicans who were not Libertarian until a month ago, 6 weeks ago. They look at Donald Trump, and they said, this guy doesn't represent our party, not the party I joined. And so they're looking to a two-term former GOP governor in Gary Johnson, and also a VP in Bill Weld, former centrist Republican governor of Massachusetts. And they're thinking to themselves, these guys are serious, and they're going to give him a really, really hard look. It could be a difference maker in November. It really could. I think the Republican Party is probably going to be hurt more. That's what it looks like at this juncture than the Democratic Party in votes being siphoned away from the traditional candidate and going to a potential Libertarian third-party ticket.
All right, Tony Dokoupil, great reporting and great interview. Thanks so much.